What's going on, boys? Welcome to another APDO review. Today I'm going to be going over one of his games on his signature champion Twisted Fate, on his new Smurf called PUBGosu on the Korean server. Currently sitting in Gold 5 with 25 wins, 2 losses, and a 93% overall win rate, which is pretty insane, but I think it's expected from the rank 1 player on the server. Only dropping 2 games so far, 1 in Gold and 1 in Silver. You have to realize, guys, even the best solo queue player in the world can still drop games in these lower elos. Hopefully it gives you guys a better grasp, but you're gonna lose games here and there, but it's all about the bigger picture. You can't influence and control every single game you guys play. So after hitting rank 1 in Korea, of course his account got permabanned. He took a break, played some PUBG. He still plays PUBG here and there. Went over to the Chinese server, hit Challenger over there as well, playing a lot of Kassadin, a lot of Twisted Fate as well. Now he's back over on the Korean server on this Smurf, just absolutely killing it, streaming. And today I'm gonna be going over his Twisted Fate. So the game I'm looking at, he went 10, 1, and 9 with 10.9 CS per minute, so very, very good. His signature runes and masteries, 3 movement speed quints, 2 scaling armor runes, 2 flat armor runes, 5 scaling health, you got 3 scaling magic resist blues, 6 flat magic resist blues, and 9 magic pen reds. His masteries are just stock standard APDO with the signature efficiency tree with the meditation and the vamp. Everything else is standard. You can copy it down when you're playing Twisted Fate. I'll go over the build during the game, so without further ado, let's get straight into it. Alright, so getting into game now, you've seen APDO, he started boots 4 pots. Now this is very typical for him in matchups where he can dodge a lot of skill shots. He'll play this into skill shot dependent champions such as Xerath, Syndra, Ari, things he can dodge out early. Talia as well with the W. For targetable matchups, say Katarina or something like that, he'll go Doran's Ring. Making sure to get that red card out. Talia is always going to try and push in early, so you make sure to get that red card in to make sure the wave doesn't hit tower very early on. Wave's pushing into him. See what he does with the wave. Holds it up a little bit, but Talia is very hard to kind of get a freeze on. Drops 1 minion there. Just have a look. He's not looking for any trades right now, guys. He's just looking for the wave to just sit right in the middle with no dangerous positions. He's probably going to start trying to look for harass at level 3 with the stack deck. When the wave's in a better position, he has more control over the laning phase. APDO never likes to extend too far into the lane, especially on Smurfs where he can be exploited early. Gets tagged by that. You got to be really safe into the Talia. Accuse AoE, so even if you're on the mid line, you can get tagged by it. Still hasn't looked for a trade, guys. Great dodge. Those boots really help out with that. Also make note, a lot of people say, why doesn't APDO run Ghost? He loves the Ignite for kill pressure and lane, to always hold pressure, and especially for the ganks at level 6. He only really changes it up when he really needs something like, say, the heal into a Syndra, or the exhaust into Syndra as well. He's been changing it up into the exhaust recently, or the cleanse into very heavy CC. Has the wave in a good spot here. You won't see him put... He'll hold it here, and he'll try and get some jungle assistance to kind of exploit the Talia because she has no cleanse. Whenever you have a laner with no cleanse and Twisted Fate, if your jungler comes, it is a free kill. Make note to junglers. If you got a Twisted Fate on your team and the enemy doesn't have cleanse, just camp that lane. Gets his ward out at 4. Right now, the wave's shoving. We'll see if he goes for a hard shove and a back into upgraded boots, which he usually likes to do on Twisted Fate. We'll see what he does here, if he goes for a base or he stays for another wave. Not really much happening so far. Just making sure his first part of the laning phase is extremely safe. He's farming up a storm so that he can transition to level 6 and then start influencing the map. It's pretty hard to win trades against Italia early, especially on TF. Good flash by Talia. Hasn't dropped a pot. Alright, so 45 CS at 520. He's on track for 10 CS minute already. Just that early safe laning phase. A lot of people can learn from that. He didn't take any risks at all during that laning phase. There was not a chance that the jungler could gank. Just nothing really could happen that could put him behind in the slower elos. So he just makes sure that he has a nice curve into the mid game where he can start ulting around the map, influencing it a lot. So he's going for the boots of speed first, guys. He does this a lot if he goes for the boost rush. He either goes for boots of speed or mercs. Doesn't really need the mercs here. It's only a Talia. If he has the boots of speed, he can dodge out all of Talia's Ws. I doubt he'll be hit by a point blank W. He won't be hit by it. He'll keep moving. Looks for the base stop. Doesn't quite get it. As soon as he hits level 6, he's looking for that gank. Straight away. Fucking on. What a champ. What a champ. Helps him shove into tower as well. Takes a lot of the CS there. It's great for Apto. Gets the kill and the CS. He's not going to lose anything mid. He made sure the wave was kind of not... It was sitting in the middle of the lane. So he knew Talia wouldn't be there for another 20 seconds or so to push it in. So he's never going to lose anything. Look at this. Great wave prep. Not sure he pinged Talia out there. He's probably going to hard shove it here. Talia's going for the roam. He needs to exploit that timing window. A lot of the time on Smurfs, guys, Apto doesn't just go for these massive risks. He plays it very calculated and slowly ramps up over the game. Making sure not to fuck up the early game. That's the worst thing you can do on a Smurf is just hard shove, try and pressure out as much as you can, then get ganked by the enemy jungler, set yourself behind, and then it's very hard to come back into it. It's still doable, but it just makes it so much harder. If his side laners were losing a bit more, he'd probably take higher risks. But he feels the control of this game. He's already ahead. He's won the laning phase. He's just going to sit back, farm, keep on influencing whenever his ultimate's up. After the next buy, if he gets a blasting, he's probably going to start looking to pressure out for some solo kills. But right now, he has no really offensive items. He's happy to sit back. The one thing I noticed about Korean Twisted Fates is they use the movement speed in his kit so fucking well for the laning. They'll move in and out, so they get a trade on you, but they're so quick that they get the trade net out before you even get a trade back. It's very hard to get onto them because of how much movement speed they have. Gets that blue stolen away. He won't be too happy about that. I think he might have a rod first buy, actually. His ultimate's up very soon. Might look for a shove and then a bot lane gank. Try and get them rolling. Usually it'd be better to base first though. Because of how much gold he's sitting on. If there's a free kill, there's a free kill, go for it. Looks at the base. He's sitting on too much gold so that if he ganks again, it's kind of inefficient. Wanted to get the base off there. Talia spotted out well. Horrendous teleport by the Talia. You really have to go straight back to your tower out of sight. Just know this is the rank 1 player against just a random. I believe this person is gold or silver, and he still hasn't got any solo kills or anything like that. He's just influencing the lane so that he wins it. He's up about 20 CS. Got a nice roam off, but I mean, he's not super hard snobbing it with solo kills over and over. Just slowly like leeching out the XP, CS, and experience until he's going to take over the game. With about 2 items, he'll start absolutely dominating with the damage he has. His first back is going to be massive. Well, his second back, sorry. It's going to be a big buy. He really needs to get it off very soon. Goes to the hard. He should hard shove it and get a base off right now. He's been wanting a base for a while now. I'm expecting to see Rod of the Ages. Gets the pink as always. With a control wood. Every single back, guys, if you have free inventory space and you either don't have one out or your pink is in a very vulnerable position to be cleared, always get another one just in case. But if you're happy to contest your ward, then sometimes you don't need it, but I always recommend to grab it. Vision definitely wins games and helps influence you with kind of how you can play. Vision enables you to play aggressively. You can't play aggressively without vision, or else it's just stupid aggression. Ooh. Just gets out. He'll push us into tower. We'll see if they go for the Drake or he goes back to lane. Mountain's always a really nice Drake to have on Twisted Fate. Because you're side laning in the mid to late, looking for the towers. One of the greatest thing that Apto does, I've seen in lower elos, is he never gets baited by his teammates. If this Gragas makes a bad play, Apto sits there and goes, what a fucking idiot, and just lets him die. He'll back out. He won't hard commit for it. It's very funny watching the translated Apto commentaries when he calls them calls the junglers like retards and stuff when they do something horrendous. He's super happy with where he's at. He knows if the game keeps going at this pace, he's gonna win. Especially with a Jinx into Illusion. Ooh. Holding up a lot of time here as well. From the Blitzcrank. Into a heavier CC mid or jungle, he would have went the Mercs early, guys. It's just in this matchup, and with that jungler, you don't really need the Mercs. You benefit from the boots of speed much more. Starts ramping up, looking for that Lich Bane. Ultimate's up in around about 30 seconds. Also the blue. We'll see what he does. There's not really much point roaming around. He's probably going to clear, get blue, wait till his ultimate's up. Start looking for the mid tower as well. Gets that refillable as well, guys. I had a guy come into get an OPGG review on my stream the other day. He bought 1.3k worth of biscuits during a game. He didn't even realize how efficient getting a refillable is. If you can fit into a refillable early into your build path, it saves you a fuck ton of gold. I couldn't believe that guy bought that many biscuits. It was fucking absurd. Needlessly large rod in biscuits he bought during a game. Ooh, plays it very slow. Gets the fuck out of there. Doesn't want to die. Doesn't fully commit. A lot of players there would fully commit with the team. Probably sacrifice himself. He could have, if he stayed, he could maybe have got a kill, but he would have died as well. He does not want to die here. Says, okay, there's a Fiesta happening top. I'll go push in mid. Get some mid tower damage on. Baits out the TP. Perfect. See if he resets or if he goes for more pressure. What the fuck? You just see how this low risk playstyle works so fucking well in his lower elos, because the lower elo players always give you an opportunity because of their stupid plays and because they don't calculate what's happening over the map. If he just plays it slow and smart, he's going to pick up kills every fucking where because everyone's overextending, backing on wards and vision like they were there. Just play it slow and smart, guys. Don't go for those massive risky plays. Don't go for the huge outplays, you know, 1-for-1 suicide plays. Just play it slow and smart. I guarantee you'll have a much better win rate. I want to see if APDO starts side laning on this game. As soon as he hits Lich Bane, he likes to sit into a side lane, pressuring out towers. With the movement speed on TF, you can really get in, pressure and get out, chase a lot of the opponents, and when they're chasing you, your team can get lots of objectives opposite map. He should have the Lich Bane now. We'll see which way he passed down towards. He might path top or straight down mid. There's not much for him to get mid. Hovers top, then pass down mid. No one's holding that top wave though. Everyone's going bot. He might clear mid and then walk top. Do you see this lane out? Do you see how that Jinx walked bot there? This is a common mistake I see lower elo players do all the time. Because she's a bot lane player, she goes, yep, bot lane, I'll go there. But Ornn's already there. There's nothing for her to get. So look how much time she wastes. She walks down past the tier 2 bot lane, goes, fuck, I should be top lane, because when she left base, she didn't realize where all of the XP and CS was going to be. So then she goes straight top. And then she dies top as well. Goes 1-for-1. I think a lot of the farm and CS related problems people have can be sorted out if they had better lane allocation. APDO just picks up a couple free kills from the enemy team overextending. Sits into this bot lane side lane. Can't fucking speak. Side lane now. Keeps that yellow trinket, guys. He loves the yellow trinket on these split push champions because he can get wards out into the enemy jungler and always know if someone's going to be coming. He may actually be dead here. Doesn't have the flash. Yeah. Mistake by him. He definitely shouldn't have been that far up. He should have been hugging back. Especially knowing that the Talia was in the base. Going for the Hourglass. Against the Master Yi, Jax, you really need it. Everybody's short range. Rapid fire cannon here is absolute shit. Not much more to say. He's 10 CS per minute. Has good control over the game. That was his first major mistake, I would say. Just being a little bit greedy, looking for a little bit too much pressure. He didn't need to. His team was already pressuring in the top wave. His ultimate's up in 10 secs. You can do this split push style where you're pressuring out turrets and getting pressure. Pretty much on any champion, guys, that you have the ability to want. Like if you 1v1 your opponent and you have some type of form of escape or lots of mobility, such as the TF movement speed and the gold card to get out, you're fine to split push, start pressuring out towers, guys. Porky's a great side laner. Cassidin, Zed. Talia is also pretty great, even though her tower push isn't the best. It's good to cut across the map. Gets that bot lane tower. Now backs up a bit. You see how he draws all this pressure? What the fuck is he doing? Did he get out? Oh my fucking god, that was beautiful. Apto does this all the time, where he just sits in that side lane, gets the so he even gets the tower, guys. They commit a TP, pretty much everything for him. I think his team could have been pressuring the mid tower a lot here, but they're only gold or something. They probably don't know how to kind of play objectives that well, but when he's in that side lane, his team should be pressuring up the mid tower, looking for the inhib. Master Yi getting a lot of fucking damage off on these towers though. They'll have the hourglass now. I want to see how he closes it out. His team is actually not that far ahead. It's only, it's really only 2.2k gold. Hardly anything. Mainly the top and the jungle differences. Usually a stock standard close here would be a pick into a Baron into just a full-on inhib. But right now it's very risky because of the jungler difference. Apto's ult's up in another minute or so. A little bit less than a minute. Most likely going to go pick up that bot lane wave, push that up. Do it. He's kind of hovering around his team. He's not too sure what they're doing. A lot of players here get caught up in this mid game at 20 minutes. Just posturing around their team, but never getting any farm. Look at Apto. He's still with his team somewhat. But he's getting those camps. He's making sure he's going to pick up that side lane, get that XP and CS. Jungle camps are super important as well. On Twisted Fate, it's one of the best because of your passive. You're getting that bonus gold every single creep. These two camps here, you get so much fucking extra gold because of your passive there. Look at all the extra gold. That's what's so beautiful about Twisted Fate. He's in that side lane getting XP, but his team, he can still join his team in an instance. Instant. Another great thing about side laners, guys, is you're not sharing XP. If he was mid lane, he'd have his support, his jungler kind of walk through, take some XP, a couple of CS in here and there. If you're in the side lane, it's just you getting XP. It's how you get massive advantages over your opponent, over your opposition mid laner. 270 CS at 23. Probably most of that over the clock is from jungle creeps. Looking for the void stuff now. This right now, like this mid game is very, very open to whatever team gets the next team fight advantage into a Baron. Even though he has a little bit of advantage, he's kind of the way he pushes to his team, he's like, fuck, I hope they don't engage. He would rather just hard push one of the side lanes and start pressuring it for the inhib, but he doesn't trust his team enough that they'll just all die and they'll give the Baron. So he needs to sit around mid, kind of babysitting them, making sure they don't do anything too fucking risky. Get that? I think he knows. Get him. I'll see what they do with it. Get a pick mid into the Baron play would be the game over almost. Oh my god, that... oh, that Gragas, man. Look at that Lucian. Maybe flashes for it. I don't know if you want to extend flash for it. He goes for the flash, knowing if he dies, you may get the inhib from it. Sometimes blowing flash to the support is like definitely not worth, but in that scenario, he kind of holds on it for a little bit, thinking, look, if I kill him, what do we get? And the reward is an inhibitor. Flash on Twisted Fate, though, is extremely necessary. You should have the Void now before the Baron. Go straight for the death cap. Straight for the death cap. MR on the mid, top, and support, but opts to the death cap. Wants that one shot onto the Lucian. Wait out that E. I would like to see the numbers on Void versus Death Cap there. Because the enemy team does have a bit of MR. It may have more damage right now, but in the next 5 minutes when he doesn't have the Void, it may scale down. I'd have to do the maths. Sitting around Baron looking for the... What is he looking for? Is he looking for a pick, or is he just looking to rush it? What the fuck? Alright, so back into the game here before I was rudely interrupted. Ports across. Great pick. He should look to close out the game now. Inhib's dropped. They're not going to look for the Baron, I don't think. It's a very risky play, the Baron, if it gets stolen. Although the jungle difference is only 1 level right now. Thank God for the catch-up XP. The Gragas is back into the game. I think he was down 2 or 3 levels at one point. Plays it smart. Looks for that bot lane. I mean, his team... There's no need to just straight up 5v5 when you can go down in bot lane and fight over the objective. At least they're fighting over a tower. The mid lane is kind of like, what the fuck is this? I'm just gonna have to end it there. I've tried a couple of times to fix this, but it keeps on cutting out in the last minute of my recording. It's due to the OPGG. I think they're having a little bit of problems. So I hope you guys can take away a lot from this gameplay. I think the biggest thing to take away is just to know that even though this is, guys, the rank 1 player, he hasn't really, you know, mechanically outplayed this Talia over and over again, hard stomping her in. He's really just systematically, slowly taking over the game, making sure to control the pace, making sure that at every single stage he's in control of the game, except for that one blunder he had where he overextended in the bot lane. He tried to draw a little bit too much pressure and didn't really think about everything that was ahead of him. But other than that, guys, I'm going to try and keep on pumping out more reviews over the next couple of weeks as Apto gets this account straight back up into Challenger. I'm not sure what he's going to do with his account. Sometimes he just gets these low accounts just to play around and meme around on, or sometimes he gets them and goes to rank 1. I don't think he's going to be going for rank 1 again after he's already done the grind. I think he's kind of just laying low, playing some PUBG, playing a little bit of League of Legends here and there. So until next time, guys, I'll catch you later.